everyone. I am here at home in front of my green screen, and I just wanted to tell you a story that happened because I think you might be interested in it. I think it's kind of funny. It's kind of sad, kind of funny, kind of weird. Anyway, here's the bottom line. The police came to my house with a letter and left it. I wasn't here when they came, and it said something like, oh, I should get it. I don't have it here. But anyway, it said basically, somebody says that they saw you driving while making a TikTok video, and that is against the law, and you should be careful. Don't do that again. This is a warning. So I said to my husband, I said, what? When did I ever do that? And he said, you don't do that. You are in the passenger seat when I'm driving. And I said, that's what I think too, but let's check. So we went to check through all the videos in case there was some sort of weird misunderstanding, and then we realized what it was. What had happened is that the person thought that I was driving, but I wasn't. I was in the passenger seat. And so it looks like I'm driving because on TikTok and Instagram, have you guys ever seen it? How sometimes in the background, things are backwards. The writing is backwards. Maybe you've seen it. Sometimes somebody's wearing a shirt like this. It says something, but all the words are backwards. So probably the person thought that I was driving and holding the phone at the same time. But the reality is that I was actually in the passenger seat. It just looks like the seatbelt is across a different shoulder. And actually in that series, if you go back and look at it, I think I did that at the end of February or something like that. I've done actually quite a few different videos from the car because I like to use my time efficiently because I work 18 hours a day on this channel, researching, making videos, TikToks, Instagram, all of it. That when I'm driving somewhere, I think, okay, this is a perfect time for me to answer some questions from my audience or respond to comments. So I think that is probably what happened. So when I got the thing, I thought, okay, well, this is somebody who's really desperate to try to get me off social media. Many of you guys know that ever since I came on social media and started talking about the meat, dairy, and egg industries, people have been trying so hard to get me off. And, they managed to get me off TikTok by just spreading all kinds of lies about me. And, they're going to keep trying. But hey, I'm just here on this planet doing the best that I can. I'm on social media for one reason only: to try to get you guys to think about your choices, to try to think about not buying dairy, not buying eggs, not buying meat, and not wearing fur and feathers and all these things. And that's all I can do. I'm just like one person. I'm just like a normal person living in suburbia, trying to do my part to undo the damage that I did in the past. So anyway, I decided to call the police, and I said, listen, I think I know what happened. And I explained to the guy, and he said, oh God, he said, yes, I totally understand. He said, that happened to my friend because she got married. It was a she or he. Anyway, so one of them got married and had the ring on their left hand, but then was doing videos and it was on the right hand, and said, you can't be married because your ring's on the wrong hand. And the person had to explain, it's because TikTok and Instagram reverse things, and so yes, I am actually married. So that's what the person said. So this guy, the police officer, who later told me his name was Julien, he said, oh, I totally get it. And he goes, I think I know you. I think I've heard about you. He said, are you that vegan teacher? And I said, yeah. And he said, oh, I said, what have you heard about me? And he said, no, only good things. He said, I know you care passionately about the animals. That's all I really. He says, I can't even think about the animals. He said, if I think about them, I just get really sad. And I said, well, Julien, let me just ask you a question. I said, if you don't mind, how old are you? And he said, 32. I said, okay, so you're my daughter's age. So I said, you probably don't even know this, but did you know? Maybe you know. I said, I don't know, but we lie. I used to be a teacher, so we people don't tell the truth to kids about the meat, dairy, and egg industries, and they really should. That's part of the reason that I quit teaching. But anyway, I said, do you know that in order to give milk, cows have to be pregnant? He said, oh, so I never thought about that. He said, yeah, I guess you're right. He said, I just thought they just naturally give milk and it's for us. And I said, well, that's a lot of people think that because the dairy industry tries to tell you that this is this natural, wonderful thing. And in fact, it's not. It's absolutely horrific what we do to cows. So I explained to him that the baby cows are taken away if they're boys and they are murdered. And he said, oh, because they'll never be able to give milk, right? I'm like, yeah. He says, oh, shoot, now I get it. I said, and do you know about the baby chicks? And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, the baby chicks are also they go down this big assembly line, and there's like thousands of them, and they're super cute, and they're just little yellow baby innocent chicks. And then they check, and if they're male, then they take them down a separate conveyor belt, and they murder them, they macerate them, they cut them into 1 million pieces. And he said, what? He said, why? And I said, because in that industry, those chickens will not be able to lay eggs, the boys. And so they're considered to be useless. And so they're murdered. And he says, oh my God, I never thought of it that way. I didn't know. I said, I know, isn't it crazy? Like how many adults don't even know this stuff? And you would think that they would teach it in school, but they don't. And when I was trying to talk about these things in school, I was told, I don't talk about that. Parents don't want the kids to know the truth. And I said, why not? I mean, being vegan is so healthy for you, and it's best for the environment, also for the eco footprint, to reduce it, and it's best for the animals. Like everybody wins when people become vegan. Nobody loses. And so the police officer said, well, thank you. Thanks for letting me know all this. I never really thought about it. And I said, well, thanks for being open, and thanks for being so sweet. I said, you guys are always sweet to us. And I said to him, look, maybe if you check the record, you'll see that I had other complaints in there because people sometimes throw meat at my house. And he goes, why do they do that? I said, because they're trying to get me to stop talking about the animals, and they're trying to break me down and to be mean. And he said, well, that's not right. And then I told him about the times that the police officers were so great. They came to the house, and there were people hassling us, and so they drove down Happy Pet Path, which is a path like near my house. It's a bike path, and they like hid there in their car, and they knew that these people were coming. There was like a gang of people, and they were trying to get away, and then there's another police officer. Anyway, they cornered them, and they turned on the lights, and the kids were like, wah! These were like teenagers, all of them on bikes, and they were like trying to, I don't know, kidnap Bella or something like that, because they were trying to make sure that she had a good life, because over 50,000 people signed a petition saying that Bella is being mistreated. And the police officer goes, yeah, I actually, that's ridiculous. I said, she's perfectly healthy. And every police officer who's ever come to our house has said, Bella looks great. And every police officer has been really nice. Like, people have thrown eggs at our house. Like I said, they tried to steal my dog. And one time they lied and said that I had killed somebody. Bunch of you, millions of people think that I'm in jail because these rumors go around. And I'm just here. I'm not on TikTok with my 2 million followers, so I can't tell the truth anymore. So people can spread all the lies that they want to, and I am just here doing my little thing. And that's all I can do in life. So I guess the moral of the story is, keep on being an amazing animal rights activist if you're vegan. And don't let people get you down. They will try to lie. They will try to get you down. They'll do everything possible. But in the end, most people, when they know what happens to the animals, they feel bad. And they just don't have the courage to stand up against society. Like you guys do, you vegans. You guys are amazing. And, if I can do it, if I can become vegan after eating animals and drinking milk and all that stuff for so many years, you guys can absolutely do it too. So don't give up. And, sometimes people say defund the police and that they don't like the police, and I understand not all police officers are especially in a good mood all the time, but who can blame them? They deal with so much shit. But my experience with the police officers in general has been that when they understand what's going on, they are quite compassionate, they're quite nice, and they are open to the vegan message. And they even tell me things on the side, like that they're eating burgers or that their wife is vegan and that they're trying to be vegan. So I think in general, we're trying to move in the right direction. And that's my story for today. And by the way, I'm drinking out of this mug. And if you like this mug, look at that. Eat veggies, not us. If you like this mug and you think about the little baby chicks there and how you wouldn't want them put into a blender just because they're boys, then please consider becoming vegan. And you can also, if you want, you can buy this mug. It's down in the merch below. I have 4 of them. There's this one. There's one with a cow. I should have brought them, but they're in the kitchen. There's one with a cow. There's one with a lamb. It reminds people not to wear wool and not to cut the legs off of lambs and eat them. And also there is one about pigs, and not to remind you not to eat bacon. So if you love animals, consider getting these or get them for a friend. And it's a gift that lasts a long time. It's not one of those throwaway things. You just treat it well and it will last 100 years. There's no reason for this to it's not going to start disintegrating, right? Just treat it well, wash it carefully, don't bang it around, and it'll last you for a really long time. Yeah, and you can give it to anybody that you love who loves animals. It makes a great gift. Anyway, that's it. So if you have any comments to make, let me know. If there's anything that you want me to talk about on this channel, feel free to write it in the comments below. I'd love to read your guys' comments when I can. I can't always read them all, but and coming up on screen, I'm going to move over here. Coming up on screen around me are going to be a bunch of other videos. Please click on them. Like this video if you like it. If you want to see more about my life or hear more about my ideas or watch me talking about other vegans who are great and terrible animal abusers as well, then this is a channel for you. Come and help me get the animals out of hell. So click on any of the videos and I will see you guys all in the next video. So I hope you guys do well. Don't forget to give yourselves a big hug because you absolutely deserve it. As long as you're trying hard, you deserve a hug. Be nice. I know you guys are in your hearts. I'll see you in the next video.